Hi guys, it's that time of the year, yup, the holidays, but it's also winter and cold weather season. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about beating the winter blues. We all get them, and there are some ways that we can counteract that. So I wanted to share with you some of the things that I do. Speaking of which, I have my little puppies with me today because they're definitely one of the ways I help to beat my winter blues. I love taking them for walks. We're very lucky. We live in South Florida, so we don't get super cold weather here, but I lived in New York most of my life, so I totally understand what seasonal affective disorder and the winter blues are all about. And believe it or not, even in a warm weather climate, it happens. So I've been living down here for a few years now, and I noticed in the winter it just gets dark a lot earlier. There's definitely a chill to the air, there's less activity, and I feel less energized. So I've been trying to find ways to counteract that, to feel good and to be healthy, and wait until the nice weather comes around again, because we should really feel good all year round. So today we're gonna get into that a little bit. And one of the first tips that I have for all of you is making sure to take care of yourself. So it's very easy when the cold weather comes, when the winter comes, when it starts getting dark out early, to just stop your routines, whether it comes to health or fitness. There's always an excuse. But I'm here to tell you that sticking to the routine and making sure to take care of yourself is the #1 biggest tip for beating the winter blues. So I start out my day by taking a packet of gruns. These are a convenient, comprehensive formula packed into 8 gummies per day. So these are not a multivitamin, a greens, or a probiotic. It's all of those things plus so much more, and they actually taste really, really good. So the reason there are 8 gummies is that you can't fit all of the nutrients into one gummy. So traditional multivitamins have anywhere from 7 to 9 vitamins, but Gruns has 20 plus vitamins and minerals and 60 plus whole food ingredients. To me, that's a big deal. So this is what they look like. They're super yummy. They actually taste like a fruit snack. And they are vegan, nut, gluten, and dairy free. And there are only 3 added grams of sugar, or you can get a sugar-free option. And when I say vegan, they're pectin-based, not gelatin. Gruns contains 100% of your daily vitamin needs and 25% of your daily needs for certain minerals that could potentially be toxic at excessive levels. Simply stated, 99% of supplements are lazy and they take an off-the-shelf approach to generic supplementation, which can actually be doing more harm than good. So keep an eye out on the supplement label and watch for anything over 100% daily value. A really good example that's happened to me is when I go to the bathroom a little too much, which means I had a feeling that I was probably getting more nutrients and minerals than I needed. That's not a good sign. So that is not going to happen with Gruns, and that's huge in my book. So some of my favorite ingredients in here are biotin, mushrooms, which is great for clarity and focus. I'm 55 now. I love that. And also vitamin C. So lots of great stuff that I would never possibly be able to get at the right dosages. I'd have to spread myself across so many different options and really not know what I was putting into my body. Love the Gruns. And wait, did I say they taste really good too? I do want to mention that these are the same formula if you've had Gruns before that you know and love. They just recently went through a rebrand. Get up to 45% off. Just click the link in my description. So it's very clear that my #1 tip in beating the winter blues is to take care of your body. But let's talk about some other tips that have worked for me over the years. So I like to say preparedness, which is ready your mind in the fall. If you know the winter's coming, start to think about what that means, how it affects you. It affects everybody differently, and start to prep and think about ways proactively in which you can reduce that effect when it comes to the winter. So for me, I like to save some of the projects I have going on throughout the course of the year for the winter. I find that if I'm busy, maybe it's something I'm doing with the house or a special project with my daughters, my mind is occupied, and they always say, idleness is the devil's workshop. So if you have an occupied mind, you will most likely not be thinking about getting sad or getting depressed, and you'll just focus on the here and now. So think about it ahead of time and plan a little project for yourself. Lately, I have also been absolutely loving infrared light. So when I go to a spa that I've been going to get an IV drip recently, I asked them to put the infrared light on me, and I've been reading up on it, and I find that it's really a miracle when it comes to boosting your mood. So as you know, when you're not in the sun, your vitamin D levels decrease, and that red light therapy is not only great for muscle recovery, but it's also great for mood. And I've been using that and doing that every couple of weeks, and I find that to be super helpful also. My other tip that I would highly recommend is to work with the rhythms and the way that the light, especially with daylight savings, is going on a day-to-day basis. So I don't like to have room darkeners in my room because then I sleep too late, and that really throws my body rhythm off. So I have a little eye mask, and I will admit I put that on in the morning if I wake up too early and the sun is starting to come out, but I'm not quite ready. But I think that if you can adjust to the rhythm of daylight savings and getting light out a little earlier, you'll definitely have more energy, and you won't notice that time change as frequently. And that's also for waking up. So I like to use an alarm that is soothing as opposed to an abruptness, because I feel like if I put on some spa music or something very soft when I wake up as an alarm, I wake up in a better mood, and I don't notice that it's dark outside, and maybe it's cold outside, and I'm not ready to get up. So as you can see, these are all little daily lifestyle tips that I incorporate into my own life. They've really helped me, and I'm a big advocate of listening to your body. So please remember, everything in life is a season, and winter blues are just that. They're just a season, and we need to learn how to feel good despite changes in the weather and temperature, and whether or not it's light out early on enough in the day. So it's really just a mental state. I would love to hear it. If you have any suggestions, please drop them in the comments. Sometimes I get such great suggestions from my subscribers, and I actually turn those suggestions or comments into ideas for other videos. So if you have anything to contribute, I'd love to hear from you. If you have something you'd like me to talk about in the future, please share that as well. And please, if you know anyone who suffers from the winter blues, please share the video. I hope it really helps somebody. Again, simple, very commonsensical tips, but little small changes are definitely the way to go in life. Have a great winter. I will see you all soon, and feel good and be strong and healthy.